You know, this is the first movie I watched after turning 30. I gotta say, it really adds an amount of, what's the word, anticlimax.
You turn 30, you find out it's still just this.
Every year, I'm waiting for nostalgia to happen.
Welcome to Direct to Video VHS?
VHS.
A podcast where we pair movies like fine wine.
And this is I think maybe, hold on, I have to look something up for a joke.
Mm-hmm. Very important.
Tyrannosaurus Rex, late Cretaceous. All right. And this is a 72.7 million year old vintage. Research makes for a good joke, right?
I was like, I really didn't want to say anything, and then I wanted to leave the pause in.
Rude. It's a rudeness.
That feels like the correct reaction, because honestly, it wasn't the longest amount of research, but it was a lot of research for that joke. It's a long walk for that particular cup of water. Which is kind of how I feel about most of this movie. It's a lot of long walks for very small cups of water.
It is. I cannot think of another movie that has as much wheel spinning as this one does. Every scene feels like we're wasting time. So I want to talk just a little bit, about the production of this movie, because the production of this movie is wild. One, I think it's fascinating to me because all of this happens, and then like a year or two later, Steven Spielberg is like, I should make my own animation studio. Right? Because he got so tired of getting into arguments with Universal Pictures about like distribution and funding. And he was like, and so he founded DreamWorks. This movie is why we have Shrek. This movie is also why we don't have an animated Harry Potter, because it was part of the pitch deck that Steven Spielberg showed Joanne to be like, I want to do an animated adaptation set in America starring Haley Joel Osment. And I don't want to spend too much time on it, but it was a good business move, I think.
It sounds that my first thought was like, oh, an animated Harry Potter would have been interesting, because one of the drawbacks of Harry Potter is that you can't do like a lot of cool magic stuff in those movies.
Yeah.
But that pitch is like the most bullshit 90s ass pitch I've ever heard in my life.
It's bananas. So there's so much going on here. Like, okay, so the first company. Oh, okay. I want to talk a little bit actually about the book, right? Because this is based on a children's story.
I was fascinated just by the fact that there was a book. I'd never known there was a book.
Me
Why
neither.
is there a book?
So the author of the book, the book has nothing to do with this movie. The book is just a bunch of dinosaurs, because it's a kid's book, right? So it's like a bunch of dinosaurs.
So we're talking like picture book.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
okay.
They get sent to the future by a time traveling dinosaur.
Sure.
There's no magic cereal. There's no evil scientist. They just end up in New York. They crash the Macy's Day Parade, and then
that bit's what they kept.
Right. The curator of the Natural History Museum was like, you can hide here with me and I'll take care of you. And that's the book. That's the end of the book. That's the whole book. It's like 8 pages.
Okay.
So I want you to see the website for Hudson Talbot, the author of this book, because this is the most charming website I have ever seen.
Let's see here.
HudsonTalbot.com for our listeners. It is such an early 2000s website. I love it.
Oh, this is delightful.
This is so nice.
Wolf to Wolf. Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't think I've heard of any of these.
Well, you've heard of Into the Woods.
I was about to ask if Into the Woods is Into the Woods.
Into the Woods is Into the Woods, but it is not. It's he worked together with Stephen Sondheim to do like an illustrated version of it for like young adults.
Okay, cool.
And it's fascinating because it's got this like, I don't know, like early like French style.
Yes.
Very interesting. But yeah, I've also never heard of any of these books, but you know, it's a charming little art website. At one point you can see the We're Back is part of a trilogy of children's books he did. And I'm going to read the description for Going Hollywood, a Dinosaur
Going Hollywood. I just found it.
Rex and the gang. Yeah.
I was just gonna say if Steven Spielberg wasn't a fucking coward, this is what Rex would have looked like in the movie.
Right? Just a big grinning T-Rex.
He's like pretty off-putting with all those teeth, and I love it.
It's like that. I don't know if you've seen that one image of like somebody photoshopped a dog's mouth onto a horse. That's kind of what it looks like. Anyway,
Sorry,
I'm gonna
Going Hollywood.
I'm gonna read this description. Rex and the gang from We're Back take their shot at fame and glory while contending with tar pools, big feet, and Hollywood-sized egos. The film rights to this book were also purchased by a major Hollywood studio, but for some unknown reason, it has never been produced. Go figure.
Well, this is delightful.
I don't know what's going on in Hudson Talbot's life. I love this website. I love it so much. You can order a signed book from him. They are not that expensive. I could get a signed copy of We're Back, a Dinosaur Story. Hold on. I actually can't. But I can get one of Into the Woods as a softcover for $20.
Or a hardcover for just $5 more. That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
Why in the world isn't We're Back one of them?
I would like to know. Well, I think it's because he doesn't technically own the rights to them anymore.
Interesting.
I wonder. So, the rights to We're Back, a Dinosaur Story were originally purchased by Hanna-Barbera of Scooby-Doo fame a couple months after it came out. But Steven Spielberg, who at the time was like mulling over trying to do some form of animated work through his studio Amblimation, which is the studio that did Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Right.
Oh, okay.
This is
studio.
the Don Bluth studio.
Okay.
It's based in London, and Steven Spielberg has a deep pocket in it. So he goes to Universal Pictures and is like, buy the rights off of Hanna-Barbera, do whatever you have to do so that I can make this animated film instead. Walt Disney, specifically John Musker and Ron Clements, after finishing The Little Mermaid, were like, we want to animate this book into a movie. But then they found out that Spielberg scooped them, and they were like, all right, well, I'm going to read this sentence to you because I love it. John Musker envisioned his version to be, quote, like a Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, but with a 7-year-old Snow White and dinosaurs.
Yo.
End quote.
That sounds good, though.
I know. Anyway, so
if that's what the Snow White remake was about, I would have watched it.
Right. So, obviously, Steven Spielberg had like a deep hand in this movie. He really wanted this movie to have a New York sensibility. Some other things that they were working on at the same time as We're Back, a Dinosaur Story, Balto.
Nice.
And an animated adaptation of Cats.
I knew the Balto one because the version of this movie that I watched, this movie is not free to watch anywhere. It's not on any streaming service. I couldn't even get it from the library. And I was like, I fully refuse to pay for this movie.
Yeah. It's not worth it to give even a little bit of money to Jeff Bezos. I canceled my Prime so that I wouldn't pay for it.
And I found on archive.org somebody had uploaded their old VHS copy of it.
I watched the same one.
The full VHS copy. It has maybe the worst trailers I've ever seen. Because I watched the trailers too, and I was like, somehow these trailers for like the big Universal VHSs are sucking all of the charm out of these movies that I know are at least a little bit charming.
An American Tail is pretty fun.
Yeah, and the way they try to sell me on American Tail is fucking nothing.
No. I skipped the trailers. I was like, I don't got time for this.
I gotta watch trailers. It was a short movie anyway, so I was not that concerned.
Yeah, that's true. It is. This movie comes in at a hot 71 minutes, fresh out the oven.
Love it. Best part about it.
The original pitch for the story was like, I don't even think hit 60 minutes. So they were like, we need to make our draft darker, and
they failed.
Obviously Hudson Talbot's like, I think you guys are kind of taking the point out of my book. And Steven Spielberg had to like personally call him to be like, we are treating your book with respect.
Sure. Remember when the woman who wrote, I cannot remember her name, but the woman who wrote Mary Poppins, remember when she left the Disney film crying?
Yeah.
I imagine something quite similar happened.
They ruined it. They ruined my book.
Yeah. Oh, I looked at my first note. I fully forgot about the opening scene.
Dude, okay, yeah, we can start talking about the movie now, because the only other thing I wanted to say was the movie cost $20 million to make in 1980s money, made $9.3 million in the box office, so it was like a true blue failure. And it was it was dual marketed with Jurassic Park, one of the most successful dinosaur movies in human history.
I mean, but here's the thing, though, Andy, is like, yeah, and they put Steven Spielberg's name on it, and they were like, it's like Jurassic Park, and Jurassic Park gets like a mention in the movie. But frankly, Jurassic Park, you can look at a trailer of Jurassic Park and think, if I watch this movie, I'm going to see photorealistic dinosaurs walking around.
Yeah.
There were big scenes in Jurassic Park that were just like, look at the dinosaurs. Where like nothing happened except for the expectation that you, an audience member, would be so into just looking at dinosaurs that we could take a breather for a second.
I mean, I think it says something about how good Jurassic Park captured, like, in amber, some might say, the what people want out of a dinosaur movie that I'm pretty sure every single Jurassic Park movie afterwards is still coasting off of that feeling from that original movie.
Frankly, I don't think I've ever seen any other dinosaur movie that has ever been able to sort of capture that spirit. Definitely including this one, which is immediately like fully off the rails, does not know what I, as a viewer of a dinosaur movie, want to watch. And I try not to judge these, like, when we watch a kid's movie, which is a lot.
Yeah.
I try not to judge them as like what I, an adult, think of the movie, and try to like give it a little bit of like what would I as a kid have thought, and I would have been bored of my fucking gourd. This opening bit where we hear kids playing baseball and then zoom in and it turns out it's not kids, it's birds. And one of these birds is bullied and his parents fucking suck and are not good at making sure the kids don't bully each other. And he's like, I'm gonna run away and join the circus, and is caught by a big old T-Rex in golf gear. What the fuck am I watching? Like, immediately I was like, I'm disconnected from this. It feels like a fever dream.
It's such a wild way to start this movie because, like the movie happens and then we come back to this framing narrative at the end, and I was so mad.
It's
to be reminded that, this is all happening in kind of this kind of moment.
I can only think of one reason to have this narrative at all, and it is so that the kids know that everything's going to be okay by the end of it.
Yeah.
But they could have had a better framing narrative if they were going to do that. Okay, and then here's the narrative.
Okay, so it is the back dinosaur times. It's dinosaur times.
Jurassic, I believe, but I can't swear on it.
Yeah, sure. All these dinosaurs are from different time periods. So,
well, but the Triceratops and T-Rex are from the same time period.
I believe they're from the early Cretaceous. I don't want to get into it.
Late Cretaceous. Well, I was wrong, and also you were wrong, but you were a lot closer.
Thank you.
Anyway, sorry, keep going.
So we see a T-Rex just chasing around a little dinosaur, trying to eat it, and then a steampunk flying machine shows up.
Jules Verne-ass time machine. That was what I wrote down. And then I realized it was a UFO, and then later it turns out no, it actually is a time machine. I was right the first time.
Yeah. Well, so it's really interesting that you brought up Jules Verne, because I believe one of the directors is H.G. Wells' grandson.
Wild, because this is not an H.G. Wells style time machine. This is Jules Verne.
This is Jules Verne. For sure. It's got like little bat wings and like a bunch of glass. It's very very French. So it lands and it hits the T-Rex on the head, kind of dozing him off for a bit. And what I can only describe as a tiny alien.
You ever see Flintstones? You know, the Great Gazoo?
Yeah.
Is that him? He's kind of got Great Gazoo vibes to me, except he's just this. It seems like he's trying to sell cereal to this T-Rex. It turns out not to be what he's doing, but I don't know why he goes in with a fucking sales pitch.
It is kind of what he's doing, though.
Well, but so I had assumed that this alien just didn't understand that this was an animal, but it turns out he does, so I don't know why he's doing it like this.
Yeah, so he, captures the T-Rex and then force feeds it a bunch of cereal. Called I don't know,
brain flakes or some nonsense, whatever.
Yeah.
It makes him smart.
It makes him smart, and it also makes him a cartoon.
Yeah, it seems to make him smaller, although sometimes he does end up big in a scene, a lot bigger in a scene than he should be, and then a lot smaller in a scene than he should be. And also, we learn pretty soon after this that it makes herbivores able to digest hot dogs.
Yeah, it makes them omnivores.
Yeah, okay. This is what we're doing, I guess.
So it turns him into a jovial cartoon dinosaur, and it
makes him voiced by John Goodman, which I feel like tells you a lot about who he is.
What a good
man.
I love John Goodman. The guy is in so many bad fucking movies. But it is a delight to hear his voice, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I will say that, there are they got a lot of big actors for this. There are a lot of, big voice actors that are frankly delivering lines in a way that these lines were not written to be delivered this well. They are giving more to the performance than the performance asks. This is the kind of movie that you expect everybody to go, wow, a dinosaur. But, they're going for it.
They are, I will say this, they also have, on top of all of these, big name actors, they have Walter Cronkite, who is, before our time. We don't really I don't think really anybody alive today really understands who Walter Cronkite is. But just to kind of try to give people an idea, Walter Cronkite was a television news anchor in the he was around for 50 years. He was the voice of the news for most people for 4 generations. He delivered news of the Kennedy assassination, the Vietnam War, the fall of the Berlin Wall, right? So many of these big things that happened in the 1900s were delivered to people by the voice of Walter Cronkite. He is basically the closest thing you could have to a truly objective voice of God.
He is Captain New Eyes. I don't think I knew that was his name before exactly this moment, which is a fucked up name for him to have, all things considered.
Right, yeah.
And he is he brings a coziness to it
that this movie kind of doesn't deserve.
So I want to talk about Captain New Eyes because his story, which he blows through so quick, does not allow this to sit with the audience at all. He is from the far future. Earth and other alien planets live in peace and harmony completely.
Yep. A Star Trek universe.
So completely, and partially because of the cereal he's invented that would allow creatures like animals to talk with everybody else. You would think this would cause more problems, but apparently it worked out fine. So they're so completely at peace that he has decided, and this is wild, to change the timeline.
Correct. He is not a believer in I forget what the rule is in Star Trek.
The Star Trek one, where you can't interfere. He's like, nah, I interfere all the time. He goes back in time. It is so far that he could step on 1,000,000 butterflies. Like, anything could happen.
Right.
He goes back in time to feed dinosaurs smart cereal.
Yep.
So that he may grant the wishes of children. He has a radio that listens to wishes, and children wish the loudest, I guess, and has decided the best use.
He says that. He outright says that children are the loudest wishes.
And he decides that the best use of his magic radio that can listen to people's wishes through time is to take 4 dinosaurs, make them smart so that they'll want to help children, and drop them off at the Natural History Museum so they can just say hi to children, and the children will, I guess, have wonder in their hearts.
Mm-hmm. There
is no part of that that's not batshit insane. And okay, this is like if it's hard to equate him to a real person because real people can be assholes. But this is like, what if Gandhi had achieved world peace and was like, that's it. I guess I'll just do the craziest shit I could possibly think of.
Right. It feels so unhinged.
And what he doesn't do, frankly, what he decides not to do, with his control over the timeline and the largest heart since the Grinch, what he decides not to do is get his brother some motherfucking therapy.
Dude, alright, so he tells them all of his backstory, and then at the very, very end, in like half a sentence, he's like, alright, so I'm gonna drop you guys in New York. I know I have a flying machine, but I'm literally going to drop you. I
could just literally drop you off at the Natural History Museum. We established later that was possible the whole time, but
instead, I'm gonna slap on some parachutes on you guys. One of you can't swim.
I'm not even sure any of them can swim.
And just kind of let you guys work it out, because I'm a little bit of an agent of chaos in that way. I really believe in the happenstance good nature of the universe.
Well, here's what it is, Andy. This is a subtle reference, of course, to Jurassic Park. This is him with his chaos theory.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I can go back in time and give dinosaurs cereal to make them smart, but if I drop them off directly at the History Museum, I will cause a tornado in Albuquerque.
He believes that these dinosaurs will live because life finds a way.
Life finds a way. And then before he drops them, he's like, oh, by the way, I have an evil twin brother. His name is Dr. Screw-Eye because he has a screw for an eye, and it drove him insane. Bye.
Yep. That's essentially it. That's just what he says to them.
I think I might have put more words in there than he uses. It's so short. I was like, it can't be that, right? Like,
he actually, here's the thing he doesn't say. He doesn't say he has a screw for an eye. He just says he lost his eye, and it took me a long time to realize Screw-Eye was like literal.
Yeah. And then
you tell me it's just rattling around in there? Come on.
He also doesn't mention that his brother's a wizard.
Okay. Like his brother has the most inexplicable use of magic. That's it. That's the end of that sentence.
Since the Secret of Nim.
I mean, here's the thing, in The Secret of Nim, I was like, I kinda buy it. But this one, I'm like, why? We established that they're from the far future. Why does he do far future things?
Well, because magic is evil and science is good. I don't know, man.
We're gonna talk about what this movie thinks is good and evil when we get there, because this movie really celebrates the blandest aspects of culture.
It has a moralistic view of the universe that is absolutely buck wild.
Crazed.
So, we got to go over our cast. We have Rex, who's a big, happy-go-lucky Tyrannosaurus. We have Woog, who is a Triceratops that loves eating hot dogs.
That's kind of the only thing about Woog.
Elsa, who is a pterodon who wants to fuck Rex.
Immediately. Their sexual chemistry is crazy, considering she's very small and talks like an old lady.
And then we have Dweeb, who is
alright. Now, Dweeb. What an unfortunate name for this character. I had to like lean in multiple times to be like, are they calling him Dweeb? But I have another, maybe bigger problem, which is that it sounds like in the movie that somebody called him a motherfucking Apatosaurus. Okay. So, and like, nah.
He is a Parasaurolophus.
Yeah, the ones with the cool horn that are
they make like this really like honk.
Crazy loud noise. In what was it, Land Before Time, they were called the Duckbills.
Yeah. Check out Your Dinosaurs Are Wrong, by the way. They have a whole episode on the Parasaurolophus, which is really good.
I don't know if it was directly, I think it was one of the wishes. Somebody said, like, I wish I could see an apatosaur, and it was like he was looking at that wish, and I was like, why the fuck is it hovering on him? Do they know what an apatosaur is?
It's because the original storyboard, this character was an Apatosaurus, but then they changed it because they wanted Rex to be the only big dinosaur.
Hey, that's fine. That's all right. But it would have been so easy to change that line. Like, holy shit.
I don't know why that line is in there, but like, that's why it's in there, which isn't really an explanation so much as it's an
excuse.
Yeah. All right. This is our cast of dinosaurs, and when I say that, I mean Rex is the main character, and these three are just gonna kind of be around.
Yeah. Elsa will become important for one scene in a second, and then never again. And the other two are just dicking around.
Yeah. So they land in the Hudson. Gross.
Yeah, nasty.
On top of a child.
So, but here's the thing. What's this dipshit's name?
Louis.
Here's the thing about fucking Louis.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to put too much on this kid. We know from the early thing that he wishes he had one friend. In no way does Louis ever, like, convince me that is actually his driving force.
No.
It, like, never once. But it's like, fine, whatever. His thing is that he wants to run away to the circus because he doesn't get along with his parents because they're too smothering, which is nothing, but okay.
That's nothing.
But it does beg the question, why the ever-loving fuck is he on a boat? That's not how you get to Central Park.
Well, I think the implication is that he's not from Manhattan, but like there's bridges. There's famously 13 of them.
Yeah, it'd be a lot easier to walk across a bridge than it would be to. He's got like a boat and like a boombox, and like he set this all up like he was gonna live on this boat, but that's like not his plan.
Yeah, it almost feels like they're trying to do he's like a modern day Huck Finn. Right?
Yeah. I think that's definitely there.
But like Huck Finn has like an alcoholic, abusive dad, and this kid has two loving parents.
This movie refuses to engage with the story that they set up that sometimes parents are bad. Like, it fully refuses to engage with this idea that it was like...
Well, because they forgot, I think. Because the story becomes about something else, like, the moment they get to Central Park.
Okay, yeah, they do. It is, yeah. So, they get to the shore, Rex almost dies, and Louis saves them with an earth mover. Now Louis is like, oh, don't get all mushy, okay? And then...
I'm allergic to any form of friendship or comfort.
And then, for no reason, like literally no reason, I guess because there was a parade on, and the road was blocked, he and Elsa go off on a side quest for a while.
Yeah, they leave Rex and the other two. I'm not going to say Woog and Dweeb. It's an audio nightmare to say the word Woog. They leave Rex and the other two in like an alley, and they go on this a scene reminiscent of the Eagle scene from The Rescuers 2, but much less cool and inspiring.
I was gonna say, yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit reminiscent, but that's pretty offensive to say about that Eagle scene. That scene was like gorgeous. That scene was art.
So they're flying around New York City. We get a lot of shots of the buildings that aren't there anymore. Like a lot. I think I forget in 2025 how much the World Trade Center was like the symbol of New York City for so long.
Yeah,
like now it's the Empire State Building.
Right.
It's just weird. It's a different time.
Yes, they go on this big, like, flying around nonsense, and he knocks a hat off of a girl who's, like, standing on a balcony, realizes he got it, and he has to go return it.
This is the most 1940s meet cute I have ever seen in my life. This is I'm gonna push back on that only a little bit, because I'm not sure if you know that late 80s, early 90s movies fucking loved urchin/rich girl. I don't know why. Okay. That's fair, but she's just standing on a balcony, like, sobbing.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, I don't know, I'd do that inside. You're kind of making it a performance.
It's so empty inside, Andy.
That's true. So he knocks off this woman's Cecilia Nuthatch's hat, voiced by Lisa Simpson, I think?
Voiced by Lisa Simpson. Yeah, Champion was like, why does this girl sounds a lot like Lisa Simpson. And then she looked up, she's like, oh, that's why.
It's crazy because I heard her voice and I'm like, that's an adult doing a kid's voice.
But you don't think that about Lisa Simpson?
No. I think that it's weird that Louis is just seems to just be a kid, like a kid voice actor.
Yeah, because he doesn't even have a picture in his IMDb. Is probably a child actor. So the thing about Celia is that she has two things. One, she's lonely because her family is always, like, just going and doing other shit. Like, her parents are doing other shit. She has the best picture you could possibly have.
I love this because it's framed. It's a centerpiece.
Yes. And she's in the center of the picture. Despite the fact that this is some kind of group family night from school, they decided to put the one girl who didn't bring her family in the center of the picture and take her surrounded by loving families. And she's all alone in the center. Amazing.
It's fucking awesome. It's so good. the idea that she brought this picture home to be like, look at what you did to me. And her parents were like, oh my God, we should frame this. That'll fix it.
She is a rich girl. Like I said, classic rich girl.
Super rich.
To be the opposite of our urchin. And she is, even though Louis not a real fucking urchin, he's faking
it.
And here's the other thing that's important about her, is she is horny on the main.
Dude, she sees this little urchin kid, this little fucking, like, Max Goofy.
Mm-hmm. Max Goof, but go on.
Yeah, thank you, Max Goof. And is immediately like, this is my future husband. And it's bananas. She's got, like, and here's the thing is she's got, like, real problems, right?
Yes!
Like,
but they wanted to set up a romantic subplot without doing any romantic subplot shit, so she has to be just into him immediately for no reason.
Because his whole thing is that he hates being smothered with attention.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She wishes she was smothered with attention, so
it's weird. It's just not good. I thought for a moment that we were gonna get she's like hates her parents because they've always abandoned her, and for him to be like, oh, I'm sure they don't mean that, because he actually has loving parents because he's a fake fucking poor kid. Sorry, they give him a bike. At the end of the movie, we find out that he gets a bike for Christmas, and let me fucking tell you. That's rich kid shit.
If they went to the trouble of, like, going through the motions about the fact that he is a fake poor kid, that might be interesting. You know what movie did this better wildly is, All Dogs Go to Heaven 2, which is about a kid who runs away from a loving family.
It's kind of crazy.
So, and I want to mention one thing, too, because this was the one bit of the movie where I was like, I see you, movie, that was a good bit. Mm-hmm. There's this little girl who wants a new hat for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
And she makes a wish so forlorn that it is picked up on the fucking magic radio.
I think she says, like, I want a Thanksgiving hat, and I'm like, that's not a thing. That's not a real thing.
I feel like they're trying to make an Easter hat into a Thanksgiving hat. I don't know. Because I feel like Easter hats are a thing. Anyway, so she's like staring at this hat in the window, and her parents are clearly not going to get it for her. But then Cecilia's hat just drops onto her head from this skyscraper, and she's just like happy. And I was like, here's the thing.
Yeah.
One, I enjoyed that scene. I was like, thank goodness we wrapped up the hat subplot. But two, it introduced an aspect of this movie that does not continue, but I thought was going to.
Yeah.
Which I thought that the whole reason they weren't dropped off at the museum was because secretly they were going to solve a lot more wishes.
This is also, I was like, oh, maybe Dr. New Eyes is actually an agent of chaos. Right. But in like a good way, where he's like, I know exactly how to like push on the threads of time so that all of these wishes can be solved by these clumsy fucking dinosaurs.
But that's not what happened.
That would have been a movie.
He doesn't even use this as an opportunity to reconnect with his brother. Again, he just fully refuses to do that.
God, it's so fucked. It's so fucked how this movie ends, but we're not there yet. So they go to the Macy's Day Parade. I don't know why.
Louis believes this is the only way they can get through New York unseen, is by disguising them as animatronics. Which is not a bad idea, except Rex just starts singing and dancing, which is, again, not something a real dinosaur would do, so I actually think this is fine.
Yeah, so far it's fine.
But despite the fact that he does a big song and dance, everybody starts screaming, it's a real dinosaur! And bitch, really? 'Cause I just saw the man sing and dance, which I don't think a real dinosaur does, so maybe dial it back about, 500% on your mass panic, New York. I was really annoyed by this scene.
If there is one city in America that does not regularly engage in mass panics, it's New York City. If anything, they would just be annoyed that the parade is going on a bit long.
Yeah. Hurry it up with your stupid dinosaur. We want to see Santa.
So, I will say, I thought the animation for the crowd going nuts was really good.
I mean,
it's genuinely chaotic.
One of the things that this movie does have is, like, surprisingly solid animation, considering I think particularly the dinosaurs look pretty hideous. Like, they decided to kind of, the design choice they landed on, they're not super gross, but they're kind of just, like, overly cartoony, which makes it look a little bit more weird to me.
They look a little bit like the dinosaurs from the Land Before Time, but, like, a little inflated. You know? Like,
yes.
Just, like, do that to a little foot and you got them. Because they still got wrinkles in weird places and stuff.
By the by, I wanted to mention this basic scene. One, Snoopy's here, which is wild that they're allowed to do that.
Snoopy is here.
But two, there's a big inflatable brontosaurus that Rex mistakes for a real dinosaur for some reason and then pops, and I did enjoy that.
Yeah. That's in the original book, I believe it's an Allosaurus, and he's like, oh shit, it's my friend Wargo. I'm gonna go say hi. And he runs over and he like hugs it and it pops, which way
That's
funnier.
Sadder. Yeah.
And sadder.
It's like that.
What is it, like a tragedy plus time equals comedy?
It's like when Barney died. Remember when Barney died?
Yeah. Yes, it's exactly like that.
So they burn like the whole fucking day on this chase sequence. They landed in the Hudson at sunrise, and by the time everybody is done chasing the dinosaurs are done running away, and Rex has skated on a whole ass car along New York.
He's skateboard dinosaurs across, like, I think the Brooklyn Bridge.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'm not familiar enough with New York bridges, but I'm assuming it's that one because it's the one I know.
By the end of it, it's the end of the day.
Yeah, it's nighttime. They also get chased by, like, the entirety of, like, the NYPD and also tanks.
There are tanks. Yeah, and he just skates a car right past it. It reminded me of the end of the Blues Brothers when the line...
yeah.
The line unnecessary force has been has been allowed for the apprehension of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
It felt like that.
There was something very funny to me about the police pointing their guns. I don't think there are guns in this movie, actually, but, you know, arranging themselves around these dinosaurs, and saying, you're under arrest. And it's like, for what?
Yeah, when they try to arrest the dinosaurs, you can't arrest somebody for being a fucking dinosaur. Last I heard, this was America.
This is beyond law. Right? Like, these guys, I think for dinosaurs, all crime is legal. I don't think there is a legal system in the world that applies.
So they gotta try to, like, fly about somewhere where they want to interact with humans like they do with bears.
I forget what movie did this. I can see it in my mind, but I think it would have been really good if they had just, like, surrounded the dinosaurs and then just shoved world's meekest animal control person out there. Like, all right, now you get to handle this.
I don't know why, but also for some reason I just imagined Rex started playing basketball and somebody looked up from the rule book and was like, well, there's no rule that says that you can't start playing basketball.
When Rex looks across the street at the kids playing basketball, I genuinely was like, is he going to jump in? Like, I don't think that's fair.
So, all this really highlights an important part of the movie for me, which is that the person who is, honest to God, the most normal guy, the most normal, understandable, relatable guy, until he starts doing black magic, is Screw-Eyed.
I don't one. Okay, so they get to his circus.
Okay, I feel like we have to clear one thing up real quick.
Yeah.
Louis wants to join the circus. He convinces Celia to also to run away to the circus because of the whole, like, neglectful parents thing. The dinosaurs say they're going to take him to the circus and then they're going to go to the museum. And...
Right, during the during the police chase.
Yeah, but then it turns out, they find out Screw-Eye runs the circus. This isn't a normal circus. This is the evil guy's circus.
Yeah, and then I think at one point Rex says he like grabs another dinosaur and shakes him and is like, "This is the bad guy." And I really like that. Like, you know, just in case his whole vibe didn't clue you in on that.
Yeah, he looks like Hat Ghost, kind of.
Would you believe that he was supposed to be played by John Malkovich?
Really?
Yes. Apparently, he got let go because Spielberg thought his performance was too scary. And it's like, Steven,
what were you
and I are friends.
What did you want to happen?
What you can't say, I want to make this children's book a little darker, and then turn around and be like, John Malkovich is too scary. You gotta stick to one or the other. You can't be flip flopping like this. All right, it's my note to Steven.
That's so funny because I didn't realize they had replaced him with.
Who did they replace him with?
Well, they replaced him with Grandpa Longneck from The Land Before Time.
Oh my god, that is that. Hey, guess that's crazy range.
It looks like he also played... Did he originally play King Triton, or does he just play him in other stuff? Certainly he has played King Triton.
Yeah, he played the original. He was the original King Triton, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, he can do kind of scary, for sure.
Yeah.
That's Kenneth
crazy.
Mars. Yeah.
Mr. Kenneth Mars. Another real quick aside before we get to the real meat of the movie. This entire time, a bumbling... steward of the Museum of Natural History is like not really following them around, just kind of going around New York putting up posters.
She is delightful. She keeps on saying stuff like, can't have too much advertisement, and putting up these huge posters that are like, dinosaur exhibit coming.
That's Julia Child.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do believe Jamie said, I can't believe Julia Child is in this movie.
The Julia Child. And for what? I do love her. I love this character. I love everything about her. But it's so wild to me that it's such a waste. Like...
She's a real nothing character. She's a real joke character. Her name is Dr. Bleeb. Her main thing is that she can't actually fucking see anything, and so she keeps missing the dinosaurs.
Yeah. All right, so we get to Central Park, which, unbeknownst to me, apparently looks like the most evil jungle.
I mean, after dark, presumably.
Yeah, I assumed that Central Park was like a park, like where people go to hang out, but apparently it is, in fact, an evil forest.
You know, when I went there in the Spider-Man video games, it didn't look like this.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Of course, in those games, there were fascists in the park, so...
That's true, you had to really... A different kind of evil forest. They get to this circus... And it's like an evil circus.
It's like a creepy circus.
They're like maybe the movie's trying to be like, this is an evil circus. And later on I will agree with this. But from the get-go I was like, this just seems like a haunted house situation.
So this is probably the thing that I am most against in this movie. The thing that I feel like the movie fucks up the worst.
Yeah.
Is that this movie weirdly comes down on the idea that it is terrible to scare somebody when they pay you to do it. And, like, why? Like, in what way is that wrong? So
you made Jurassic fucking Park. Like, what do you mean?
Screw Eyes has his own radio that listens to people's fears. And do you know what he does with that? He doesn't do, like, Batman Scarecrow shit with it. He doesn't become a supervillain. He's just like, I listen to people's fears, and then I use it to scare them during a circus. And, like, that's fine. That's why they're here.
I cannot stress enough that, again, Steven Spielberg directed Jaws.
He invented the blockbuster on the idea of scaring people.
Yeah, like, what exactly, like, this is your career. I don't know. It's so, and also the idea that, like, the opposite of prayer is being scared. I don't know. It's like, sorry, wishes. It's prayer. Like, again, this guy's like a Jesus figure, and they're trying to make his brother like a Satan, right? Like
but
a devil.
He's not, and part of it is that he is played too normal. When the kids walk in, he's like, sorry kids, you missed the show, come back tomorrow. And he's dismissive, but not evil. And then they're like, no, we came to run away to the circus. And he's like, not to the circus. And like, yeah, man. So normal. And then they're like, no, really, we did. And he's like, fine, I'll do blood magic.
Fine. Hey, you know what? You pushed me.
Yeah.
Like, you get the, like, here's the thing.
This isn't what the devil does.
Yeah, the devil would be like, oh. This guy gives them every opportunity to. There's also a clown here, and the less we talk about this fucking clown, the better. I find him annoying. I love Martin Short.
Martin Short's done better stuff for sure.
But I feel like every time Martin Short is in an animated film, I fucking hate him, and I don't know what that is. Maybe I need his face to, like, remind me that there's a human being behind those eyes. But, like, I hate this clown. Anyway,
the problem, really the problem with this clown is that it's Stubbs the clown. Really the problem with Stubbs is that he's only there to either, one, give exposition, or two, highlight that, yeah, scaring people is bad and you should be making people laugh. And it's like, fucker, why do you work here? Like, what are you doing?
You could work at a normal fucking circus. You could just go to Vegas. Do Gallagher shit.
Man, you could work children's birthday parties. I don't care where you're working. You clearly don't want this job.
It's very much like, you know, applying to work at a butcher shop and then being upset that they're not fully vegetarian.
Right.
And it's like, I understand the point you're trying to make, but you didn't have to work here.
Why are you at the butcher shop?
You could have gotten a job somewhere else, man. Yeah, Professor Screw-Eyes, like, does the devil trick, gets them to sign. It's a blank contract. I love this. He's like, I like to keep things simple here.
It's a blank contract until you sign it with your blood. Love that. A bit that I also quite liked is that Cecilia is, like, miserably ride or die.
This boy has done nothing for her to really, like, engender this amount of loyalty.
He has signed away his soul, essentially, and actually it's probably just their bodies, not their souls. I don't know how it works. He's essentially signed away his soul, and she sees that he's done this, and then also does it.
And then I love it, because while she's doing it, he's like, Cecilia, no. It's like, you could try harder, man.
Then the dinosaurs show up, and they're like,
just a moment too late.
They're like, we're gonna get the kids out of here, and he's like, no, I have a contract. And then he says my favorite line.
I love this. This is so good.
Which just, it really highlights that, like, he is more counterculture than he is evil. Okay? Because
He's punk as hell.
He says, I have a contract, and you're gonna respect that like the chumps that you are. And I was like, holy shit!
Not only that, but then he's also like, if you were still violent animals, you could use your immense strength to take these children from me. But you're too civilized now, aren't you? You fucking rubes.
The only problem, Andy, is that I don't know if he actually has blood magic. Because it sure sounds like they could leave at any time.
They yeah, like
it sure sounds like it's like, yeah, as soon as I can't hypnotize them with my eye anymore, they're just gone.
It's so crazy. Okay, so again, he's like, you have to respect this contract because you're good people, and a piece of paper is worth more than a child's life. And I love it because it's like he's daring them. He says, you're going to respect that like the chumps that you are. He's like, yeah, this is a bad contract. These kids should not be here. What are you going to fucking do about it? Like, I love it. He's like, if you were really good people, you'd kick my ass. But you're not. You're good people, so you won't. Yeah, it's so good. It's a real, like Dr. Doofenshmirtz shit.
But here's the thing, is this movie has no idea what it's got in a line like that, because it does not play it that well at all.
No, because they're like, you're right. And then he turns these kids into chimpanzees.
Yep. He gives them what he calls like the antidote for the for his brother's cereal. Which makes you
they're animal pills. They make you animals.
They make you stupid. And yeah, that was off-putting. For sure I could see why they didn't like that.
And then he's like, listen, I'll let the kids go. All you gotta do is promise to take my stupid pills and become mine in their place.
Now, I have multiple problems with this. This is a low-level problem, but I'm gonna say it anyway. This movie was definitely made after Little Mermaid, right? And you can't just steal Ursula's thing.
Yeah. Well, and I gotta say also, Ursula turns them into like these like fucked up little seaweed creatures.
Love it.
They just turned back into cool dinosaurs, and I am reminded of what what has been stolen from us.
Here's my bigger problem, honestly. These dinosaurs should learn how to haggle. And they don't haggle because 3 of them are not real characters. But I feel like there is a movie quite like this, almost the same movie, where Rex goes, I am worth 2 children. Like, you're not getting all of us, but you can have me. And only Rex is changed, and all the other ones have to deal with it.
And it truly wouldn't change the movie at all.
It wouldn't change the movie at all, except it might add some, like, emotional stakes because the other ones would be sad about it instead of just literally in a corner the whole time.
I do love it because Rex is just like, fine, we'll all do it. And it's
yeah,
like,
what the
fuck? So before they all go to get turned back into dinosaurs, Rex turns around and he strokes the kids' faces with his little hands.
Which, okay, the moment after he strokes their faces, they turn back, and I originally read that as that's the pill wearing off because that's what happens. But then later it turns out that it seems like hugging people just turns them back.
Yeah, the power of love, it turns out, makes you smart.
I despise that because that's nothing, obviously.
Obviously, but also, if that were true, then this kid wouldn't have fucking run away from home, tell you what.
He'd be smart enough not to, getting enough hugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This kid's getting hugged all the time.
Cecilia could still run away from home. She'd be like, I haven't been hugged since I was 3.
Could you imagine, right, if little Cecilia's our little Snow White, and she's just being followed around by 12 dinosaurs?
Love it. Good movie.
The world we could have had. So the kids turn back to kids. The dinosaurs go away. They wake up. The clown makes some pancakes and is like, all right, you guys got to get the fuck out of here. And Louie's like, well, what about our friends? What happened to them?
Clown's like, yeah, nah, you don't want to know about that.
Yeah, dog, it's gonna really, listen, kids, you don't have problems. This is gonna give you problems.
This is gonna give you problems. Go Black Friday shopping or something.
Yeah, right. Oh, I guess it is, huh?
Yeah, the weird thing about this movie, there are many weird things about this movie, but like, yeah, it doesn't have any identity, right? And one of the things it does is takes place on Thanksgiving and almost fully does not engage with that idea.
Oh man, sorry. I'm looking at the list of movies taking place around Thanksgiving because there are a lot more than I thought there were, but it is not listed here. That's so funny.
Well, it should. I mean, maybe there's a list of like movies that have the Thanksgiving Day Parade in it.
I just think it's crazy that a movie could feature the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade by name. And it was so forgettable that it's not even in this official Wikipedia list.
So, the kids dress up as monsters. They decide to work the haunted house so that they can save the dinosaurs somehow. They don't have a plan. That's the extent of their plan. I want to mention, most of the stuff this place does is normal haunted house shit. I thought there might be demons or something. There's not even demons. Normal haunted house shit, way less evil than it is really trying to make it. Way less.
The only part about it where I was like, okay, you don't need the sad elephants.
Yes, I was gonna say, there's one evil thing, but it's frankly an evil thing that all circuses are doing. Which is he has 8 elephants dragging out the cage with the dinosaurs in it.
Visibly miserable elephants.
They're so sad. And like, why?
Like, one of these elephants is gonna go backstage and be like, my child, Dumbo, this is what hope means. Like, they are so fucking sad. and my other weird, freakish child, Dweeb.
Dr. Scry owns their souls, Andy, so...
That's true.
So he got him to sign the contract. So
this is kind of a sick fucking circus. Also, you got
it's like cool,
right? It feels like a Cirque du Soleil Halloween event.
Yeah,
I'm into it.
They're doing a real bad job conveying the idea that this place is evil, except for the fact that we know that he did kidnap dinosaurs and make them stupid. Which, here's what gets me. Andy.
Yeah.
This wouldn't even be a crime if he'd just gone back and gotten his own dinosaurs, which I know he can do because he's from the far future.
No, but here's the other thing, right? Here's kind of the flip side other thing. If you go the other direction, what the fuck is the difference between him kidnapping dinosaurs and turning them stupid and his brother kidnapping dinosaurs and turning them smart? This wouldn't have happened.
This is exactly what I'm saying. I do think that this is evil because we were talking about the death of self, but they wouldn't even have a self if he'd just gone and grabbed a dinosaur, which he can do. That's the thing that's confusing to me, is he definitely has time travel because he's not from this time.
Okay, so earlier he's like, this is my fear radio. It's way bigger and way freakier than my brother's stupid little Wish radio.
And we didn't mention this, but the wishes come out like bubbles, and the fears come out like Chernobog's souls, which is cool. Hell yeah.
Again, it's cool. So, and then he's like, do you know what people are really afraid of? Monsters.
Fascists. Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. You know, like, again, this is... I
have other things.
It's really the 90s.
You know what people are really afraid of? Nothing. Everything's going great.
Nothing bad is happening. Don't look at world news. Just look at the Game Boy. Yeah, he's like, they're afraid of monsters.
Losing their Pokemon saves.
They're afraid that maybe the Pokemon Pogs aren't going to be market value in 2 years.
They're not.
They really aren't. I got a box, like a bucket. I got like a fucking bucket full of Pokemon Pogs for like $5 as a kid. And I was so ecstatic. I didn't know what they were. As far as I knew, I just got a bunch of little cardboard pictures of Pokemon. And I was like, this is sick. And then later I found out that like I had like a treasure trove of like people's nostalgia. And I just kind of threw them away over time.
Wow.
As I held I would put them in my pocket like lucky coins.
Oh, okay.
And then they get washed. Yeah.
That's the worst. Stuff ends up in the wash.
Yeah.
I've lost Yu-Gi-Oh cards that way. Not fun.
I know. So he like is his big trick. This is kind of a weird ending, but his big trick is the equivalent of like, what if I just unleashed a lion on the crowd?
Yes, he still has the mind control, and he thinks he's in control. And then the maybe dumbest thing. Okay, so we didn't mention these fucking crows, and we didn't mention these crows because I have no idea what the point of these crows is.
They don't matter until they do in this moment.
Yeah, these crows are everywhere around this circus, and you kind of think it's just like, this is Screw Eyes, has a bunch of crows because they're creepy. But they turn on, like, the big overhead lights and accidentally snap Rex out of his, mind control, which means he's gonna kill some people. And he starts with Screw Eyes, and Louis comes up, and I don't know if they just didn't want to write a thing for him to say.
It feels like improvised slam poetry.
He says a bunch of wild shit that has absolutely nothing to do with the situation, but he says it while crying.
Do you think this movie is about maybe about children not understanding the love of their parents? No, it's not about that. Maybe this movie is about like you said, the sense of self, right? Of the joy of being able to intelligently comprehend the world around you. It's not about that either. Is it about wishes, fulfilling wishes, or maybe fear? Maybe it's about learning how to overcome your fear. It's not about that either, Tony. It's about being a king.
Yeah, he's like, you're a king, so be a king, Rex. And he's also like, just because you're angry doesn't mean you should lash out. And I was like, he's not fucking angry. He's not there.
He's an animal. He's just doing what animals do.
I was like, what is happening?
He should have eaten this guy. This guy is the literal physical embodiment of Satan, according to this movie. Just let him get eaten. Have his little top hat hit the floor. Bum.
Here's the thing. If he wasn't gonna get eaten, then he should be allowed to be a human, a regular human who has
just
flaws.
A normal person.
And then his brother, who presumably cares for him, can help him. That doesn't happen either.
This is so, again, it's such a weird way to end this movie. He does
hug,
his little slam poetry.
Yeah, he hugs Rex. Rex turns back to normal. They realize they could just hug the other dinosaurs, which I didn't realize was an option. They hug the other dinosaurs. The dinosaurs are back. They're getting cheers from the audience. Everything is going great. The dumbass clown quits. And honestly, my favorite thing about when the clown quit was that Screw Eyes was like, what the fuck are you talking about the whole time? He was just like eye rolling, like, please leave the movie. And then,
I was right there with him.
Yeah. And then, like, he did not give a shit about this clown stupid, how he wants to make people laugh. Like, go make people laugh then, Christ!
Nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you from doing this.
It's just not what we do here. And then, after the last minute, Captain New Eyes shows up.
In his cool flying machine.
He cuts the circus tent, lands. He and Screw Eyes have, like, a bit of an argument, but it's really Captain New Eyes going, like, man, these kids are better than you. And Screw Eyes like, well, that was mean. Well,
and then he's like, leave your evil ways, brother. Come with me.
Which is fucking wild. And Screw Eyes is like, no. And then he just leaves him. And Screw Eyes says, like, wait, when I'm alone, I get scared. And then appears to be completely eaten by crows, which I wasn't sure if I was supposed to believe literally happened. Or is this some sort of metaphor?
It's so one.
He is covered in crows. He's standing there staring at the heavens and is suddenly covered in crows, and then all of the crows fly away and a single screw falls to the ground. What am I supposed to take from that?
One, very cool. It's metal as fuck. I do like it from like a like a devoid of context perspective. I thought
if I had seen this scene out of context, it would have been like, damn, I don't know what movie this is from, but it's cool. But in the movie,
that's a cool scene.
Because of the vibe of the movie, you just sort of know the whole time everything's gonna be fine. And it makes everything feel like really lazy and cozy, despite the fact that some crazy shit is technically happening.
It's like he just disappears. He like force ghosts.
He does force ghost. Yeah.
I do love though that he's like it's so ice cold for his like Jesus figure brother to be like, come with me, and he's like, no, and then he's like, all right, bye then, fucking loser.
Yeah. What the hell?
Oh. And I don't know what to do with this. And clearly the movie doesn't either, because we just smash cut to the museum.
Right. And then, we get there. The only reason I can think that this scene happens is because it's what happened in the book. Right? Because I can see the rest of the movie was not building up to this.
Yeah.
But they're at the museum. They get to do their show for the kids.
There's a kid who says ay ay ay, which so that you know he's Hispanic, which was really funny to me. Because earlier in the wish portion, they were able to give him like a little sombrero, right? When you had this ethnic cavalcade. I genuinely thought this was cute. There was this like ethnic cavalcade of children, right? But then at the end of the movie, they're like, "Well, how are they going to know this kid in particular is Hispanic?"
No. Sorry, I was looking at IMDb and it made me remember that Larry King is in this movie as
for 2 seconds.
Yeah, like interviewing somebody on the radio, and I was just like, "Holy shit, they got Larry King."
Jay Leno is in this movie.
Yeah, but who gives a shit?
He's the little fucking alien.
Oh, like the least interesting character. Cool.
Yeah.
Fully did not need to be there.
No.
Yeah, and apparently Cecilia and Louis are dating, and both of them are just friends with their parents again. Even though Cecilia has deadbeat parents. That's fine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then that's it.
And then we go back.
I don't want to talk about when we go back.
And then we go back, and the T-Rex is like, "All right, little bird, go back to your mom. You've learned a valuable lesson."
Has he?
Has he? What lesson?
I guess
if I were this bird,
don't try to run away to the circus. They're run by evil people.
Yeah, circuses are run by evil people. Which
okay,
is true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm not against that moral.
But there really is no moral to this story. It really does feel like when you're hanging out with your like kind of weird uncle who's a little bit of a failure, and he tells you this long rambling story, and you go back to your parents and you're like, "What was that about?" And they're like, "Well, don't think about it too much." Credits.
Little Richie sings the end song. I want
It's good.
Yeah, it is good. It's again a moment of like, how the hell? What? When did they? But whatever. I want to make something clear. I didn't like hate this movie as I watched it. There's something about the tone of it that almost completely separates out any powerful emotional reaction. I don't know how they managed it. It happens to have a bunch of the craziest shit I've ever seen in a movie, and it leaves, like, no effect. Which means it's kind of borderline boring, but technically the crazy shit is happening, so it's kind of engaging as it's being boring. It's fascinating. Steven Spielberg made this on purpose.
It's such a mess, and it's kind of not fun to watch, because it's kind of infuriating how the kind of just like what I just can't imagine what would lead to it being done this way.
Mm-hmm.
It feels unfinished almost, but I don't know. It's a movie that's like begging to leave my mind.
Yeah, I'm going to forget that this movie exists. Maybe like tomorrow. Like it's just gonna.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end of today, man. What a time.
What a time. Thank you for listening to Direct to Video. VHS. I've been your host, Tony Robusto.
I've been your host, Andy Reyes.
You can find me at inspiredbytrueevents.org, and you can find the podcast at direct2.video.
Mm-hmm. You can find me on Blue Sky at royalty_Valens. And right now, kind of that's it. Work's really busy.
And the music coming up, maybe right now, we'll see. We might keep talking. It happened before. Is Homeward by Scott Buckley.
Yeah, well, thankfully we know what we're watching next time. Next time we're watching Dinotopia?
Shit, are we watching Dinotopia? Fuck me. Alright.
Hold on.
No, I think that's right.
We're not watching the live-action TV shows.
No, we're watching Dinotopia, I want to say 1993?
Oh, God, okay. The Quest for the Ruby Sunstone?
It is Quest for the Ruby Sunstone. I recognize this horrible, horrible little, Triceratops creature.
Art.
Yeah.
Very exciting. All right. Hallmark Entertainment presents Dintopia. Oh, I'm so excited.
I am the ghost of John Smith.
I'm so scared. I'm gonna do a John Goodman impression. Hold on. Now there, little bird, are you sure you want to run away to the circus? There are insane people there. At least that's how they tell it here in the animal kingdom.
Oh, I love it. It started kind of John Goodman, then goes into Alan Adale.